Hi. No, let's try that again. Hi. Hey. No. No. I'll figure out the intro later. Anyways, my name is Tori, and I'm going to be talking about self-care. And self-care is more than face masks, luxury, experiences, massages, things of that nature. It's more than self-indulgence, which that is a form of self-care, but is not the end-all be-all of self-care. Self-care is building yourself, building patterns for better self-improvement. You're building habits to help become resilient to burnout. So, when I say self-care, I'm talking about physical, social, emotional, spiritual, practical, and yeah. So, I'm going to be focused on the emotional part of self-care. Especially now within this movement, we cannot lose steam. We have to continue running on full, so that means we do have to take a step back and recharge before we continue fighting. And the way we can work on self-care is being more in tune with our emotions, knowing what triggers us, knowing what brings us joy. Because I know for me, learning more about my culture than I did in school systems, and learning more about the countless deaths that have been swept under the rug is a huge trigger for me. Learning more about it day after day after day, that's wear and tear, not only your heart but your soul, because this is soul crushing. So I know it triggers me, but I know I have to continue learning more to fight. So I know that, okay, this triggers me. Let me step back for a little bit. Do what brings me joy before I can come back stronger and better than ever. And I know sometimes it's hard for people to verbalize how they're feeling because they can't put it into words, or they can't express themselves in words the way they feel like they can with other avenues, which is why we have non-verbal self-care. You have expressive arts, which is painting, drawing, journaling, dancing. You have all that. Makeup, fashion, like you have all these other avenues to express yourself if you can't do it verbally. And if you don't want to talk about it with your support system, you can talk about it to yourself out in open. I mean, you can do it in a mirror like I do. Sounds crazy, sure. But you can look in the mirror and like visually see how you're reacting to the things you're saying. That way it's coming, like the emotions are coming out, you're getting a weight off your shoulders, and you're not keeping it bottled in. Because you know what happens when you keep something bottled in? Just like a bottle, the more pressure you put into it, the more and more that cork is going to unscrew, and then when you put the final thing in it, that it's going to pop open, and then the explosion of everything is going to be too much for you to handle. And it's going to be too much for everyone else in your vicinity to handle, because that's so many emotions that have been pushed down for so long. It's basically a meltdown. And you don't want to do that. You want to make sure that you release little by little, so you don't have to deal with all of it at once, you know? So, yeah, that's just my little take on emotional self-care. I could dive deeper into it if you guys want. But I will be coming out with other videos this week. Hope you guys check it out. And for now, bye!